Have you noticed your balance isn't quite what it used to be? Perhaps you find yourself reaching for walls when you walk, taking smaller steps on uneven ground, or pausing before stepping off a curb. These subtle shifts may seem harmless, but over time they build into a greater fear of falling. The truth is, balance rarely disappears overnight. Instead, it slips away slowly, often due to 5 common mistakes that can be avoided. And once you recognize them, you can not only stop the decline, but also regain the stability you thought was gone. In this video, we'll uncover the 5 mistakes that cause older adults to lose balance and show you simple, practical ways to correct them. These steps can help you move with confidence, whether you're in your 60s, 70s, or beyond. Let's begin. Mistake number 1: neglecting ankle and foot strength. Many assume balance comes mainly from the brain, core, or hips. While these areas matter, the real foundation lies in your feet and ankles. Every step you take, on uneven ground, stepping off a curb, or catching yourself from a stumble, depends on these small but powerful structures. They stabilize you, absorb impact, and send vital signals to your brain to keep you upright. Yet as we age, strength and mobility in the feet and ankles often fade, not simply because of age, but because we stop using them fully. Modern cushioned shoes and less active lifestyles reduce the challenge, leaving these stabilizers weaker over time. Years of walking only on flat, predictable surfaces like pavement or hardwood floors cause the muscles in our feet to grow lazy. Many of us avoid walking barefoot, which further weakens the intricate network of muscles, tendons, and ligaments meant to support us. The result? Ankles that become stiff and unresponsive, unable to correct even small imbalances, leading to hesitation in movement, greater instability, and eventually, a higher risk of falling. Take George, a 76-year-old man I once worked with. He hadn't suffered any major injuries, and his vision was still sharp. Yet he noticed himself stumbling more often. "It's like my feet don't react fast enough," he admitted. When we checked his ankle mobility, it was shockingly restricted. His feet had essentially gone to sleep from years of neglect. But after just 2 weeks of simple exercises, gentle foot circles to restore mobility, towel scrunches to reactivate his arches, and standing calf raises to build strength, his balance improved noticeably. "I never realized how much my feet mattered," he told me. "Now I can feel them working again." You can test your own foot and ankle strength right now. Try standing barefoot and lifting yourself onto your tiptoes. Do you wobble or struggle to stay steady? Next, stand on one foot. Do your ankles respond quickly, or do they feel sluggish and unsteady? If it's the latter, you're not alone. But it's a clear sign your foundation is weak, and without action, it will only get worse. The good news is that strengthening your feet and ankles doesn't require expensive equipment or complicated routines. Walk barefoot on different surfaces like grass, sand, or a textured mat to wake up sensory feedback. Roll a tennis ball under your foot to release tightness and improve circulation. Stretch your calves daily to maintain flexibility. Most importantly, practice slow, deliberate movements such as mindful walking or heel-to-toe steps. These force your feet to engage actively rather than passively relying on outside support. When your feet and ankles are strong, the benefits reach far beyond balance. Your posture improves, your movements feel smoother, and you recover more quickly from slips or trips. You'll notice the difference in everyday actions, turning quickly, stepping sideways, or adjusting to sudden changes in direction. Ignoring foot and ankle strength may seem minor, but it's often the first domino to fall in the chain of balance decline. Strengthen them, and the rest of your body has a fighting chance to remain steady, confident, and resilient. Mistake 2: avoiding balance training altogether. This mistake is subtle but just as damaging. Many people assume balance is automatic, like breathing, but in reality, It's a complex skill involving muscles, joints, vision, the inner ear, and the nervous system. And like any skill, if you don't use it, you lose it. As we grow older, we often become cautious, walking slower, avoiding uneven ground, steering clear of quick turns or high reaches. While this may prevent short-term stumbles, it sets up a dangerous cycle. The less we challenge our balance, the weaker it becomes. Muscles forget how to react swiftly, nerves send fewer signals to the brain, and confidence fades, leaving us even more hesitant. It becomes a self-perpetuating decline. Linda, a 73-year-old woman I trained, explained it best. "I just try not to move too fast anymore." When we tested her with simple drills, standing with her feet close together or walking heel to toe in a straight line, she was shocked at how unsteady she felt. "I had no idea I'd lost that," she admitted. "I thought I was being careful, but I was making myself weaker." Improving balance doesn't require extreme stunts or risky challenges. It's about small, consistent efforts that safely reintroduce instability. Try standing on one foot while brushing your teeth, or practicing slow, flowing Tai Chi movements to enhance coordination. Walk heel to toe in a straight line with your arms out for stability. Even standing with your feet together and closing your eyes for a few seconds can sharpen awareness. These simple exercises do more than strengthen muscles. They retrain the brain-body connection. They teach your system to adjust, recover, and stabilize efficiently. Over time, you rebuild not only stability, but also confidence. A person with strong balance walks with assurance, moves through crowds without hesitation, and reaches for objects without fear of stumbling. Most importantly, they trust their body to respond when needed. Avoiding balance training may feel safe in the short term, but it quietly steals agility, reaction speed, and independence. The antidote is to embrace small challenges each day. Balance isn't just about staying upright. It's about staying capable, confident, and free in your movements for years to come. Mistake 3. Using improper or unstable footwear at home. This is one of the most common yet overlooked mistakes older adults make. It may seem minor compared to other health concerns, but it carries serious consequences. In fact, inappropriate footwear is a leading preventable cause of falls in the home, incidents that can lead to fractures, hospital stays, and the devastating loss of independence. Our feet are the foundation of balance, acting as stabilizers and shock absorbers. They contain dozens of bones, joints, muscles, and nerves that work together to keep us upright. But when we wear shoes with poor arch support, loose slippers that slide off, or worse, walk barefoot on smooth floors like tile or hardwood, we compromise this system. Without proper grip, cushioning, and structure, our feet cannot protect us, leaving us vulnerable to slips, trips, and serious falls. Falls often happen in the simplest places, navigating uneven floors, stepping over area rugs, or dealing with small changes in elevation. Take Jack, a once active 79-year-old retiree who never gave much thought to indoor footwear. "For years, I just padded around in socks, even at night when I got up to use the bathroom," he recalled. That casual habit nearly cost him dearly. One evening, his foot slid on a throw rug, and he barely caught himself on the doorframe. The fear in his voice made it clear how close the fall had been. But as Jack later admitted, it wasn't the rug's fault. His socks had no traction. For years, he'd essentially been skating around his own house without realizing the danger. And socks aren't the only culprit. Shoes with thin, worn-out soles provide little shock absorption, sending force directly to the joints and worsening arthritis pain. Footwear that's too loose or has smooth treads lets the foot slide inside, creating instability with each step. On the other hand, shoes with too much cushioning or even slight heels can be equally risky. They reduce proprioception, the body's ability to sense its position in space, delaying the brain's ability to make quick adjustments when the ground shifts unexpectedly. So what does proper stability-enhancing footwear look like? The best shoes for preventing falls share key qualities. Firm arch support to keep alignment. A flat but flexible sole that allows natural foot motion with solid ground contact, and high-quality non-slip treads that maintain traction on different surfaces. For outdoor wear, well-constructed walking shoes or sneakers from reputable brands provide the safest foundation. For support and safety indoors, consider specially designed non-slip house shoes or slippers with secure fastenings. Avoid backless styles, and if you prefer socks, choose high-quality grip versions with silicone traction patterns on the soles. This isn't about looks or even basic comfort. It's about giving your feet the proper tools to keep you upright and mobile. The wrong footwear, whether inside or outside, quietly erodes confidence. It makes every step more hesitant and increases the risk of falling. Proper shoes, on the other hand, work in harmony with your body's natural balance systems. They provide the stable foundation needed for secure, confident movement. And here's the best part. It's one of the simplest yet most impactful changes you can make immediately. Take a moment to evaluate your shoes. Do they fit well, without being too tight or loose? Do they offer arch support and solid tread? Are the soles flexible yet supportive? If not, it's time to replace them. This small change can dramatically improve balance, reduce fall risk, and restore independence in daily life. Mistake 4 is the over-reliance on furniture or walls for support when walking. This habit often develops slowly, giving a false sense of safety. While it may feel reassuring in the moment, it quietly accelerates balance decline, and over time, increases the very risk it's meant to prevent. Every time you grip a chair for support, press your palm against the wall, or shuffle along a counter, you send a powerful message to your body. I don't trust you to keep me upright. With repetition, this creates a vicious cycle. The less you challenge your natural balance systems, the weaker they become. Muscles in the ankles, legs, hips, and core slowly lose strength, while the neural pathways that coordinate balance and spatial awareness grow less efficient from lack of use. Sarah, a 75-year-old grandmother, learned this the hard way. After a minor fall, she began using a cane constantly, even for short trips around her home. At first, it was just for peace of mind. But before long, she realized she couldn't even walk from the living room to the kitchen without it. What began as a temporary precaution had turned into a permanent crutch, and her balance declined even further. Through supervised balance exercises, Sarah gradually reduced her reliance on supports. The turning point came when she noticed she was reaching for walls even when she didn't need to. With time, she rebuilt her confidence and now walks freely, feeling stronger than she has in years. The consequences of leaning too heavily on external supports are profound. When we rely on furniture or walls, we outsource work that should be handled by our own muscles. The postural system grows lazy, reflexes slow down, and the inner ear and proprioceptive systems, the body's natural sensors of movement and position, receive less practice. The result is a body that becomes less capable of responding to slips or unexpected shifts, raising the very risk we were trying to avoid. When slips or trips happen, it's often a hidden sign of dependence on external supports. To test yourself, try walking across your living room or down a hallway without touching walls or furniture. Notice how you feel. Do you move with confidence, or does anxiety rise the moment you let go? Do your hands instinctively reach for objects nearby? If so, your body has likely adapted to leaning on external aids instead of relying on its natural balance. The solution begins with small, deliberate steps to reduce that dependence. Start by standing unassisted for 30 seconds near a stable surface you can grab if needed. Over time, extend this to several minutes. Then, practice taking 2 or 3 careful steps without holding on to anything, using heel-to-toe walking. Gradually increase the distance, always keeping good posture with your head up and shoulders back. This process rebuilds strength in neglected stabilizer muscles, and retrains your nervous system to react swiftly. Just as importantly, it helps you overcome the fear of falling by proving to yourself that your body is still capable. Many older adults are amazed by how quickly confidence returns once they begin practicing unsupported movement regularly. Of course, this isn't about discarding medical devices when truly necessary. It's about ensuring we don't use walls, furniture, or countertops as a substitute for our own balance systems. With patience and consistency, most seniors can reduce reliance on these false supports, leading to stronger posture, more resilient muscles, and a far lower risk of falls. Mistake 5 is one that too many people overlook: ignoring vision and inner ear health. Balance isn't just about strong legs or steady muscles. It's a complex system that depends heavily on what we see and what our inner ear tells the brain. As we age, natural changes in the eyes can quietly undermine stability. Pupils react more slowly to light, lenses stiffen and yellow, and the retina loses sensitivity. The result? Reduced sharpness, poor depth perception, and diminished peripheral vision. Suddenly, judging the height of a step or spotting a small obstacle becomes harder, especially when moving from a bright room into a dim hallway. Without clear visual input, the brain is left guessing, and that uncertainty often shows up as missteps or hesitation. At the same time, the vestibular system, the delicate balance organ inside the inner ear, also declines. Its fluid-filled canals and tiny hair cells send constant signals about head movement and position. But when they weaken, those signals lose precision, leaving the body less able to stay upright during quick turns, sudden stops, or even a simple glance upward. Take Tom, an 80-year-old former tennis player. Active his whole life, he suddenly found himself stumbling in low light or on uneven sidewalks. "I thought it was just age catching up," he admitted. But tests revealed deeper causes: outdated eyeglasses that no longer corrected his cataracts, and untreated hearing loss disrupting his inner ear function. What seemed like ordinary aging was actually a perfect storm of vision and vestibular decline. Tom's story highlights a crucial truth. Many age-related vision and inner ear problems are treatable, yet they often go unaddressed for years. With updated glasses, hearing aids, and vestibular therapy, his improvement was dramatic. "It felt like someone turned the lights back on," he said. Only then did he realize how much sensory information he had been missing. The key insight is that balance isn't just about muscle strength. It depends on clear sensory input. Regular comprehensive eye exams, not just quick screenings, can uncover cataracts, glaucoma, macular degeneration, or outdated prescriptions. Advanced tests also check depth perception, contrast sensitivity, and peripheral vision, all vital for stability. Likewise, vestibular conditions such as BPPV, labyrinthitis, or Meniere's disease often respond well to targeted therapies once properly diagnosed. There are warning signs that should never be ignored: frequent stumbling in low light, trouble judging steps or curbs, dizziness with head movements, sensitivity to crowded environments, or the need to touch walls when walking in the dark. Many older adults dismiss these changes as just aging, not realizing they may point to treatable conditions. When the eyes and inner ears send unclear or conflicting signals, the brain struggles to maintain balance with unreliable data. This greatly increases the risk of falls. The good news is that timely treatment, whether new glasses, correcting eye disease, or vestibular rehabilitation, can restore confidence and dramatically improve stability. Rehabilitation exercises and, in some cases, hearing aids can restore both hearing and balance, giving older adults a renewed sense of stability. Simple modern solutions also make a difference. Adding night lights for safer movement, using high-contrast tape on step edges, or wearing yellow-tinted glasses to improve contrast in dim settings. These adjustments may seem small, but together they create a safer, more confident environment. It's important to understand that vision and inner ear health are not separate issues. They are core parts of your balance system. just as essential as muscle strength and flexibility. By caring for these sensory systems, you give your brain the clear and accurate information it needs to keep you steady on your feet. A comprehensive approach, addressing strength, proprioception, vision, and vestibular health, provides the strongest defense against falls and the loss of independence they can bring. Don't allow correctable sensory problems to quietly steal your stability when solutions are within reach. What step will you begin today? Will you focus on ankle strength, add balance drills to your routine, or simply choose shoes that offer better support? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Small steps taken today can lead to stronger, steadier strides tomorrow. Wishing you good health, happiness, and peace. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel, Healthy Aging Blueprint.